Have you been wondering if it's time to move on from a friend who lately isn't so into you and where your life is headed? You know who I'm talking about. That friend who struggles to be truly happy for your success, makes fun of you in group settings, has their eyes glued to their phone when you're talking, and avoids committing to spending time together until the last minute in case a more interesting option comes along. Things were great in the past, but ever since you started changing for the better, they seem to be less interested in you. Now, I'm not afraid to cut ties and move on, but I know a lot of people are hesitant to cut someone off after years of investing in what was once a pretty great friendship. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple but powerfully effective strategy for determining if your friendship is on the wrong track and then working with your friend to see if salvaging the relationship makes sense. I promise this will be something you've never heard before, so be sure to watch till the end. Welcome to Parent Like an Athlete. My name is Otis Grigsby. I'm a lawyer, former NFL player, and dad to a son who benefits from the things I share on this channel. I want you and your family to benefit as well, so subscribe to the channel and consider liking this video so the algorithm recommends it to awesome parents just like you. Now let's get back to your crappy friend and start by determining if that friendship is on the wrong track. This is a super simple but effective technique, so pay attention. Ask yourself, is being friends with this person on brand for me and my family? In other words, you're asking, does the way I allow this person to treat me align with the behaviors I want my kids to imitate? To answer this question effectively, your family's brand needs to be clear to you. Your family's brand comes down to how, one, your family shows up for themselves, and two, how they show up for others. Put simply, it's about self-love and love for others. If you've never spent time thinking about your family's brand, here's a high-level summary of how we think about this issue. How my family shows up for themselves relates to how we show love to ourselves. It's about the things we put in our bodies, what we watch and listen to, the words we allow to escape our mouths, our level of effort and attention to detail, how we dress, how we take care of our home, and how we protect our minds from external and internal attacks. It's all about the details, y'all. For example, I don't listen to sad music and I don't watch sad movies. It doesn't matter how good Adele's new album is. I'm not listening to sad music because many of the songs about heartbreak reference negative things in relationships that ultimately kill the relationship, and I don't want my mind primed to focus on things that aren't going well in my relationship with my wife. How my family shows up for others is equally important. We want to be generous with our time and resources, treat everyone with kindness and respect, be awesome hosts, and give our undivided attention to whoever we're talking with. Our goal is to make people feel loved and appreciated when they are around us. Everyone wins when we do this, and it helps us attract the most interesting and loving people with ease. Once you and your spouse or partner are clear on your family's brand, you want everything you do to be consistent with the brand. And keeping that lukewarm friend I described at the beginning of this video might be inconsistent with your family's brand. It's certainly inconsistent with my family's brand. When I was a teenager, I heard Oprah say, "You teach people how to treat you," and it stuck with me. Making sure people know how to treat you goes directly towards showing up for yourself with love. If you are unwilling to show yourself the kind of love that sometimes requires conflict to maintain, your kids will follow your lead. You'll be shaking your head in disbelief every time they bring around that little twerp that treats them like garbage, and nothing you say will have an impact because kids know a hypocrite when they see one. Now that you've determined a particular friendship is on the wrong track and off brand for your family, it's time to take action. You could ghost that person, but if you're the type of person who ghosts because you aren't great with conflict, I dare you to try something different. Have you ever heard of a retrospective? Organizations use them to get aligned on what's working, what's not, and dreaming big. But I think retrospectives, or retros, are great for one-on-one relationships. Here's how to do it. You and your friend should separately take 15 minutes to write out these three categories: I liked, I wished, and what if. Under I liked, write out all the things that you liked about the last few times you and your friend got together. Under I wished, write the things you wish were different during those experiences. And under what if, write down some dream scenarios that you have for your friendship. Dreams that would feel like a miracle if they came true. Next, take turns sharing what you wrote down for each category. You share your I liked notes, listen to your friend's feedback, then listen to your friend's I liked notes, and share your feedback. Then repeat these steps for the other two categories. Based on the feedback you give and get, you'll likely know if your friendship is worth saving. And if you're not sure, I recommend agreeing to avoid communicating for 3 to 6 months and reconnecting at the end of the agreed time to see if there's any clarity from either party. If you're thinking, Otis, this is crazy, who does this? I'd say you might be right, and almost no one does this. But parenting like an athlete is about doing whatever it takes, not what everyone does. I've tried this technique with someone I dated a long time ago, and it helped us realize that we were not a good fit. And I can tell you, it was the most refreshing end to a relationship I've ever had. All I have to say is just give it a shot. What do you have to lose by stretching out of your comfort zone to try something new? I'm guessing most of you encourage your kids to get out of their comfort zone all the time. So why not make your words and your actions consistent? Like, share, drop a comment, and subscribe if you want others to be helped as much as you were by this video. There's way too much garbage being passed around out there to not respond with something positive. Thanks so much for your time and have a blessed day.